Hi everyone, this is Nate, and in this video I am going to show how to publish a book and get it live and readable on Laterpress. So I'm using my account for this because I wanted to have an account with a Stripe account attached so that I can show all of the steps of publishing, including pricing details. So here I have a book of lorem ipsum gibberish text that I'm going to use as a sample here. When planning to publish a book, you do not have to actually enter all of the details until the time of publishing. If you are ready to publish, you can click the three buttons over here and click Publish. And now at this time, it will ask you to confirm the name of the story and select your genre if you have not already. Enter an ISBN. This is optional and not required. We do not currently have any features that utilize ISBN searches, so it is okay to leave that blank. And enter a short description for what the book is about. All of these details can be changed later after publishing a book, so you do not have to worry that this is forever. You can also click here, Upload Cover, which will open a file browser to allow you to select the cover. And then when all of this information is complete, click Continue to Publication Settings. So I will pause the video here and input this, and then you can see we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so I now have a gibberish cover uploaded for our gibberish book and a short description entered, and now we can continue to Publication Settings. And at Publication Settings, we would need to pick a publication URL. This is what folks would enter into the address bar of their browsers to find the book. I generally recommend using the title of the book or a short acronym for it, or the title and your name. Something that is not too long if you can avoid it, but that people will remember. Since this is gibberish, I'm going to see if lorem ipsum is taken. It is not. If a URL is taken, then you would get a warning here that it's not available. And now, who can read it? This determines the visibility for readers. If anybody is clicked, then there are no special locks behind who can buy the book or read it. If you click subscribers only, then only somebody who is purchasing a monthly or annual subscription based on what you've set up would be able to read the text. Subscribers only can be something if you're using a recurring subscription model like what people for a long time have used Patreon or Substack for. Then you could be monetizing early access chapters so that only people who are paying in can see the most recent stuff, or anyone can be used for conventional ebook sales. And now here you can set the price. This is entirely up to folks. The minimum price is 50 cents. Due to Stripe transaction fees, it is not possible to set a price that is lower than that. Books can be made available for free. You are not required to charge, but if you are charging, the minimum is 50 cents. We'll say $4.99. And books can be sold as an entire book purchase or in chapter bundles, with chapters being 1 to 10 chapters, or then in multiples of 5 up to 100. If set as chapter bundles, then I could say somebody spends $4.99, they get 10 chapters. After they've read their chapters, they would then be prompted to again pay $4.99 to buy the next 10. So that is an option if you're on a serial release model as well. And the preview here, this is how many chapters somebody can read before they hit the paywall and have to pay. I recommend leaving this as at least one. You can set no free preview, meaning somebody would have to pay immediately to read anything. I recommend at least one, give them a taste. if you have like a copyright page in there, a dedication page, anything before the meat of the story, the way our system is built, those would count as chapters. So you'd want to factor those into how much you're giving away as a free preview. Whatever you select here can be changed later. And do you want to publish immediately or schedule for later? If you schedule for later, there's the option of selecting a date and a time, an AM or PM. The time you see here is your local time, so there is no need to worry about converting to a time zone. You'll know quickly and easily exactly when things will unlock. Unlocking chapters here, update the free preview of the book to include the latest chapter. This would be if you're still building out a buffer of free chapters to get people interested in the story before turning on paywalls, then you may wish to turn this on to include this. Most people will ignore this option and have that turned off. But if you do want what you're publishing to be part of the free preview, you would click that to turn that on. And this last section here, when published, send an email notification to readers. So if anybody has read your work before, then they would receive an email notification if they have opted into updates to let them know that something new has been published. And then they can click the link in the email and immediately pull up what they've read or pull up the book to read it. So that is the default options from there. Now I click out to cancel that. The other option for inputting information is to go into settings, and here in settings the cover can be uploaded or changed. The URL can be entered in here. All of the details for the book, the genre, the short description can be changed or entered here for the first time for publication. You can change pricing details in here and change the length of the free preview. So if the book has already been published, this is the best place to go in and make changes on all of the details. So let's say I go in here now and do lorem ipsum as the website URL, and I want this to cost $4.99. And I know what I need to save in each section, so I need to save here. And now the lorem ipsum URL is locked. That cannot be changed. Short description can. Pricing can. So now we see this is gray because those changes are locked. If I change this to $5.99, note that the save button is now blue and active again. And we save, and the price change is locked in. And now go back. Now, if those details have been entered and I hit publish, it's going to ask me to verify all of this again. But note that pricing details are no longer here because all of that information is entered from settings. So the system knows it. We're going to set immediately. And because this is my real account and this is a demo book, I don't want people notified because I'm going to delete it shortly here. But we can then click publish. And when the book is published, you will note the status changes up here to say that it is published. And to unpublish a book, we can simply click unpublish right here to take it down. Now, if you want to take a look at the book when it is live, we can click on the dots here and go preview publication. And up comes the book. And we can click read now and start reading. Now to delete a book while I'm in here, I can go into edit the draft, and it's necessary to unpublish a book before it can be deleted. So we would click unpublish here, and the book is now no longer available to be read online. Go into settings, and at the bottom of settings, delete a book, and it'll ask for your password again, and then click delete. And you will notice that the book is no longer in my account. So that was just a little bonus information at the end there, but the main priority of this demo was to walk folks through the process of taking a book that you have already uploaded and you want to publish and how to get it live so that people can read it. And I hope that helps.